You know this feeling. It's 9 p.m. on the last Friday of Q4. The spreadsheet on your monitor shows you finally hit your quota, but your primary emotion isn't celebration, it's exhaustion. You got the numbers to align, but looking closely at those closed deals, you realize the aggressive discounting and high-pressure emails used to push them across the finish line likely cost you any chance of a renewal. Operating this way relies on the personality ethic. It treats business development as performance built on quick conversational tricks, rigid sales scripts, and superficial charm to force a signature. It's the professional equivalent of Aesop's fable about the goose that laid the golden eggs. You extracted the immediate commission, the golden egg, but the intense pressure you applied damaged your long-term relationship, the goose. Surviving long-term in sales requires abandoning those scripts. To build a sustainable book of business, you have to upgrade your professional operating system from the inside out. That upgrade starts with habit 1, be proactive. This diagram illustrates the model of proactivity. Notice the physical gap sitting between the stimulus on the left and the response on the right. Taking control of that gap, recognizing that you alone are responsible for how you react to market conditions, is your new baseline programming. This diagram shows your circle of concern, external realities draining your energy, like competitors and downturns. You have zero control here. Inside is your circle of influence. Taking actions here produces results, building credibility and pushing your influence outward. Anchoring yourself in this cycle of compounding control is the only way to insulate a career against unpredictable economic shocks. Once you control your focus, you have to aim it. Habit 2 requires you to begin with the end in mind, establishing the rule that every physical action must be preceded by a clear mental creation. Before you send a single pitch or draft an email, your primary objective should be to position yourself as an indispensable growth partner. Selling the service becomes a byproduct of that partnership, rather than the isolated goal. Translating that mental objective into physical reality requires habit 3. Put first things first. This time management protocol protects your new goal. Most managers find themselves trapped in a cycle of firefighting. They spend their entire week reacting to urgent ringing phones, demanding emails, and chasing low-probability leads simply because they are loud. To break that cycle, we use a 2x2 matrix, mapping tasks by urgency and importance. To build capacity, systematically move your time away from urgent fires and reallocate it into quadrant 2, important but not urgent tasks. This is where genuine relationship building happens. Having the strict discipline to say no to a quick, chaotic deal because it distracts from your quadrant 2 priorities is the ultimate proof that your new internal operating system is active. With your internal programming secured, you can shift your focus to the external arena, deploying this system in live client negotiations. This introduces habit 4, think win-win. This operates as a rigid, professional framework for sustainable partnerships, requiring more than just a vague desire for cooperation. A true win-win agreement requires serious structural pillars. You have to explicitly define mutual results up front, establish the rules of engagement, allocate resources clearly, and set strict accountability metrics for both sides. If you leverage pressure to force a client into a deal that solely benefits you, you are setting a timer on that account. They will eventually realize they lost, and they will leave. It is slow professional suicide. In this updated operating system, client trust functions as a measurable form of economic capital, the only one that truly scales your business. Updating your OS shifts your perspective on every client interaction. Take this classic image. To some, it looks like an old woman facing left. To others, it's a young woman looking away. This shift in perspective is what happens to your professional worldview. A manager using this system sees a client's objection as a window. Instead of a wall to be smashed with a slick rebuttal, it becomes an opportunity to look closer and understand the client's underlying business needs. The ultimate metric for this philosophy is the P-PC balance, shown here as a weighted scale. To maintain equilibrium, your P, the production of immediate revenue, must be perfectly counterweighted by your PC, your production capability. which is the long-term maintenance of the client relationship. The principles driving highly effective professionals are authoritative and timeless. They require deep, disciplined methodology and a strict commitment to actual value creation. So the next time you pick up the phone to call a prospect, you have to answer one question. Are you trying to sell a product, or are you trying to build an institution? Change happens from the inside out.
Don't just be a reaction. Move your strategy to a professional level now. Share your thoughts in a comment and to follow the next episode of the Integrated Operating System. Change always starts from the inside out.